Well, I'm out here working on another reel today. I think I've done about 4. This is about my 5th one, but I just got to thinking I'll just do a little talking while I'm doing this one about things I've heard over the last, I don't know, year or so. Things I agree with, things I disagree with, and I guess I'll just jump right into the deep end of the pool and we'll talk about forward-facing sonar. And it's kind of funny because when you hear people trying to defend it, they always use the same exact defense. It's, well, you still gotta catch them. Well, you know what? I've been fishing for damn near 50 years. You've always had to catch them. But where most people struggle, and a lot of people struggle, and I've heard this for 40 plus years, is they can't find them. Well, if you can't find them, you can't catch them. And that's where a lot of people mightily struggle. And so the old nonsense about you still got to catch them. Well, you know, it's a lot easier to catch them when you got them pointed out to you right there. You know, it's you got to have a machine, electronic device to say, well, here's a fish right here that you would have probably never, ever found otherwise. But, you know, like I say, people will always find a way to justify something if it's something they want to do bad enough. And, you know, I kind of always prided myself on my ability to find them without that stuff because I've never used it. I don't have it. I don't want it. I don't feel like I need it. I kind of learned how to fish when flashers were just becoming a thing. You know, and all a flasher does is show you what's right underneath you. And the only time I ever use any kind of electronics to find fish is when I'm dropping a spoon in the wintertime, which I don't do very often. But, you know, you got to be right over them. You can't just go blindly in the lake without just dropping a spoon here. You know, you got to know they're down there or something's down there anyway. But apart from that, finding the kind of structure that holds fish has always been a challenge for a lot of people. I mean, you know, it's like I've heard people say, I just never catch anything on spinnerbaits. Well, it's because you don't know what you're doing with them. I mean, they're a tool, and you know, you don't use a hammer when you need a screwdriver. So you don't use a spinnerbait when you need something else. You can't just, they're not just anywhere, anytime. But the struggle has always been for most people is they can't find fish because they don't know where to look. They don't understand structure. They don't understand habitat. They don't understand behavior. They don't understand none of that stuff. They go to the lake and they're throwing a lure at the bank when you can see the water all the way, you know, you can see the bottom between you and the bank. Well, you know, back out and find some structure, find a ditch, find a depth change, find some underwater brush, find, you know, a hump, find something. But people don't understand that. So now, forward-facing sonar has taken all of that out of the game. You just go to the lake and you just ride around until you see something to throw at. I don't see a great accomplishment in that, or you know, something to be proud of because you caught a fish doing it. I mean, you know, to me, it's, you know, it's like you got to have something hold your hand. And like I say, you know, you still got to catch them. Well, you know, you've always had to catch them. But a lot of people couldn't find them. And like I say, that skill set, for the most part, has been taken out of the game. But that's my feeling on it. I just, you know, if you got to have something to find the fish for you before you can even fish for them, that's, you know, not a great accomplishment. But like I say, people will they'll find a way to justify whatever they want to do. I mean, you know, it's like bed fishing, which is about the lamest damn thing somebody could ever do. You're trying to take advantage of a fish when it is absolute most vulnerable. It's trying to reproduce. It's trying to protect its nest. and you got some yo-yo up there trying to yank it off the nest. Boy, there's your accomplishment. And I just throw a damn stick of dynamite at it. You know, you more than likely ruin the nest when you take the fish off of it. So that's hardly something to be proud of too. But like I say, you know, when there's money involved or there's ego involved, people do a lot of questionable shit. But anyway, I just thought I'd get all that off my chest. And, and another thing I hear a lot of people talk about is whopper flopper versus buzzbait. Whoa, that wasn't supposed to all come apart. That was not supposed to come off like that. There we go. Dadgum. Wasn't expecting that. But you know, a lot of people don't like a whopper flopper. I don't know why. It's an awesome bait. I mean, here's a plopper. I don't know if you can see it. And then here's just an old conventional buzz bait that I made. You know, the whopper flopper is, I think I've said this before, is absolutely awesome for open water. It's great for people that can't throw a buzz bait without letting it sink. And this reel right here is a 4.7 to 1. I can throw that conventional buzz bait with this reel all day long and not have a problem with it sinking. I taught myself, I'm right-handed, but I taught myself how to throw left-handed. So by the time the lure hits the water, I'm in retrieve mode. And it doesn't sink. With a 4.7 to 1, I have no trouble keeping it on top. That's where a lot of people struggle, is they're switching hands, they let it sink, then they've got to whine like hell to get it back up on top. And by the time they get it back up on top, it's halfway back to the boat. So a whopper plopper, you can chunk it a mile. That's one thing I love about it. You can wind it at any speed you want to. You can stop it. It ain't going to sink. It's a great lure. It'll catch the hell out of fish. And like I say, it's great for people that can't handle a buzz bait, but I like it just because I can throw the thing so far and cover so much water with it so much faster. And you know, they both got their place. So, you know, pissing on the whopper flopper just because you don't like it doesn't make any sense. It just tells me that, you know, you might not know what you're talking about. But anyway, that's another little thing I've heard I wanted to address. So, but anyway, I'm sure this will rub some people the wrong way, and I mean, I don't really give a damn. Like I said, I'm not fishing for money. I'm not fishing, you know, I just fish because I like fishing. And as I get older, I'm kind of losing interest in fishing a little bit. I mean, I've done a lot. I've caught a lot of fish. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen all kinds of crap come and go. And you know, I'm kind of like a dinosaur. There's really no place for me in today's kind of fishing. And you know, it's all electronics and Hollywood and ego and all that bullshit. That ain't me. But it just, fishing to me today, that kind of crap just doesn't appeal to me anymore. So I'm just gonna, I don't have that many more years I'm gonna be able to fish like I do anyway. So I'm just gonna do my thing and sit back and shake my head and laugh at all the bullshit that's going on these days. And I think that's it.